the market by 74, I would say 1974. And then it went on in a slow pace. He was selling in and around South Arcot district, around Kadalur, Chidambaram and so on, all the areas. And I was going to the college in the late, about 80s. That time, I was one of the carriers to go and deliver the sachets in some of the outlets at Chidambaram when I went through train from Kadalur to study my undergrad. So I didn't realize at that time the potential of the sachet. I thought, okay, along with other medicines, he was also manufacturing typhoid and malaria medications, capsules. All these things were ordered by the medical shops, but his distribution was majority restricted to medical shops. I think his demise was a big loss to the family, but I think everything we should also look at some positives. My brothers, Dr. Rajkumar and Ashok Kumar, they took it to the next level. My father didn't believe in advertisement. Contrary to that, my brothers believed that it's not sufficient for the product to be good, but it should also be made known to all. With that vision, they started advertising the product and went beyond medical stores. And that was the big breakthrough for the business. And where the shampoo was never sold in the past, I think started making it available with the small display hangers. A lot of efforts have been done. I think I'm also happy. When I broke away from the family business and started my own, and I also steered the kind of this thing of usage of shampoo. Village to village, we used to take vans and demonstrate how to use shampoo. One half head we used to apply soap, and the other half head we used to apply shampoo, and ask the public to come and touch the hair, feel the smell, and see how good vis-a-vis a shampoo vis-a-vis a soap. In those days, soap was the common hair wash product. I think that's how it was built one by one. But I think after that, today I'm happy to see that 99% penetration of shampoos, and because of that, millions and millions of jobs were created. In fact, sachet was named as one of the top 10 innovations of last century across the world. I'm very happy for that. I'm also happy this 12th Innovation of Chinnikishan Innovation Award in partnership with Madras Management Association has been going on stronger and stronger. I was the past president of MMA. I'm happy. I belong to the organization MMA. And it has been doing a wonderful job year after year. The idea behind that was my father, when he innovated the sachet for the first time, he didn't have sufficient knowledge to go about patenting the product. Therefore, it was left open. So many competition came in quickly. Same way, when I was looking around, I started business and started growing. A lot of small companies, very innovative products, they don't know how to go about patenting the product. They require some supports. That's when I thought, okay, it is not only sufficient to recognize them, but also help them in their journey of growth. So we said one thing very clear at that time. We will not take any stake with those innovators. We will only be a catalyst in their growth. So financial benefits we will never take from them. So in fact, in the past, some of the innovators whom we mentored, wanting to sell the company, approached that. It was very much a good fit for us. We said no. We wanted to stay to what we originally, it is our value system that when we said that we won't invest in them, we won't take any financial advantage. We said, okay, we have also helped them in selling the products when they wanted to sell to someone else. And we have handled them in terms of getting bank loans, our strategy, marketing, perfecting sales, or any of the kind of, I am extremely thankful for my colleagues who have been helping them, working with them anytime they call, whether it is recruitment, whether it is how to build the next level or IT, all angles, I think we were always available. I am extremely happy in the last 12 years. So many entrepreneurs have benefited, and that journey that also given us a lot of knowledge to our team members, understanding the ground reality and difficulties of a small business. And I think let's not undermine, there's a lot of great ideas that comes from small businesses. And our country, majority of the GDP, over 60%, is run by MSMEs. This, I believe that this will go a long way in terms of their innovation encouragement. They are getting a very good highlight of that, visibility. And also, I think because of that, they are able to attract good talent, good vendors, and financials. Bankers are also willing to help when they are recognized. I think I am very happy for those kind of things. I would like to also thank the jury members. I think we have those jury members, few of them have come here. I'm extremely thankful to them. Mr. P. Ilango, Mr. Naresh Balakrishna, Ms. Lakshmi Narayanan, Ms. Mridula Ramesh. I think they have given their valuable time. I think that was very, very useful to us kind of a thing. Thanks a lot for all the jury members for being with us and selecting the members. Also would like to thank Mali, who has been my friend all along. Besides, he is the president of Madras Management Association. He was also there in this journey supporting us. Thanks, Mali. Thanks a lot. MMA is a home to me, so I'm extremely happy. Therefore, I don't need to thank. We are doing it together. Also would like to thank our process validator, Amarchand, Shradul Amarchand Mangaldas. So when we split, I think the name still the confusion comes in. Also MC Venkatraman. Thank you, GC. Thanks for that kind of thing. A group captain, GC Vijay Kumar. I think he's the very important person. I'm extremely happy, GC, for passionately driving the process and the awards and the kind of thing. Thank you very much. So I also very eagerly looking forward to you to look at these awardees getting recognized, and would also look forward to hearing the chief guest speak. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you, sir, for letting us know those noble thoughts behind instituting this award. Ladies and gentlemen, a whole lot of innovations are going on around the world. Let's take a glimpse of some of them through this AV before we move forward. Blowing innovations, aren't they? Thank you. May I have the area of Mr. K. Mahalingam, the President, Madras Management Association.
Mr. K. Mahalingam is the President MMA and Partner Director, TSM Group of Companies. He is the driving force behind TS Mahalingam and Sons, turning it into one of South India's well-respected automobile aftermarket brands. He pioneered the distribution of third-party loan products in partnership with Citibank and co-developed brands like Autoline, Prop Shop and Shelters. He is the President of REC Alumni Association, President IIM Calcutta Alumni Chennai, and member Chennai Angels Executive Committee. He is an active angel investor, mentoring budding entrepreneurs and fostering the ecosystem.
It is now my privilege to invite Mr. Mahalingam to deliver the introductory remarks.
Good evening, everybody. Distinguished Chief Guest, Mr. Suresh Narayan, Chairman and Managing Director, Nestle India Limited, Mr. C.K. Ranganathan, Chairman and Managing Director, Kevin Care Private Limited, Ms. Aarti Lakshminarayan, Partner, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, the Process Advisor for the award. Invitees, members of MMA, management students of entrepreneurship and innovation cells from various institutions, and friends congregated to witness the 12th Kevin Care Chinni Krishnan Innovation Awards. A very, very warm greetings to all of you on a very, very wet evening. At this point of time, I have almost three parallel powerful emotions going through me: gratitude, inspiration, and pride. I'm feeling very grateful, I'm extremely inspired, and very, very proud. As an inspiring leader who takes enormous interest in driving innovative solutions at his organization, we are indeed privileged to have Mr. Suresh Narayan as the chief guest for the Innovation Award function today. Thank you so much, Mr. Suresh Narayan. I'm extremely delighted that MMA is privileged to be associated with the Kevin Care Chinni Krishnan Innovation Awards this year too. We are associated with the awards for the last 10 years. To bring about a process of democratized innovation whose ultimate aim is true inclusion encompassing each and every member of society. The fundamental objective of the joint venture between Kevin Care and MMA is to understand and comprehend the challenges and opportunities in India's innovation ecosystem, that of entrepreneurial spirit and fundamental optimism driving India's economy and industry today. Let me also congratulate Kevin Care warmly for this initiative in identifying high-quality innovations year after year and awarding them for being key differentiators for future growth, endorsing the brief belief of late Sri Chinni Krishnan in the power of innovation and constantly driving all of us to prepare for the next big wave. Thank you, Ms. CKR, my friend, for your constant endeavor in this much-needed initiative to promote innovation and entrepreneurship across the country. I must tell you, on a personal note, as an ex-officio member of the jury, we had CKR on it, and he had such wonderful insights, and we had a tiebreaker, and he chose brilliantly, I should say. And very, very practical inputs, and say thanks, CKR, for that. So it was really a pleasure watching you in the jury and watching all the jury members. At the broad innovation level, I think India as a country now, Bharat as a country, has a history of innovation across multiple fields, whether it was chess, yoga, the number zero, science and technology, Ayurveda, etc. There has been a culture and history of innovation in India at fundamental innovation level. At frugal innovation, I think nobody can beat us. If you can have a Chandrayaan mission and at less than the budget of a Hollywood movie, we really know how to innovate. So it's no surprise that our response every year to these innovation award is stupendous. I think we got more than 225 entries this year, I think, from across the country. I've been part of the jury when it was restricted to Tamil Nadu, and this year was part of it. The quality is amazing and it's improved dramatically. And the amount of work that the Kevin Care team does, going to these locations, getting camera interviews, and along with the support of Vijay Kumar's team is amazing. So innovation was experienced firsthand by our team, actually, for us before we judged. If you look at frugal innovation, now the typical image of innovator is thick-glassed, young, nerdy, professional, who studied at a very, very premier institute of technology or management or whatever. But when I was in the jury this time, I noticed that all these were stereotypes which were not true. There are many of people in the mid-40s who are innovators, people are not necessarily from the big towns, and people who didn't necessarily have fancy degrees, basically. Okay, and most importantly, all their innovations had a practical impact which affected the lives of people, basically. So I think, and most importantly, Mr. Chinni Krishnan's dream of making products and services accessible and affordable was a common thread across all the innovations. Be it in energy, be it in sustainability, be it in water, whatever. And the other thing which I noticed was, we Indians have a unique knack of not letting anything go waste. We try and use as much of it. These are the common themes which came across when I was sitting in the jury, and it's so inspiring and letting. So it was one of the most inspiring 2-3 hours I went through, and I think I'm experiencing this again today. I'm grateful, I'm inspired, because to see such innovation is truly a different feeling, I must tell you. And when all of us see the the videos of the winners, you'll understand what I'm saying. And in the midst of all this innovation, and you see the ecosystem in India and the innovation in India, I must tell you, it's a really, really proud feeling. Proud feeling to be part of this innovative economy, proud feeling to be an Indian, I must tell you. And I think the energy that is available, innovative energy that's available is unbelievable. And with programs like this and events like this and support from people like CKR, it's only going to get better and bigger. Thank you again, CKR, for that. We had the tough task of picking 3 winners from this whole list, and congratulations to all of them, because they're going to get picked, and you will see them, they stand out actually. So it's a great time for innovation in India. It's a great time for enterprise in India. I'd like to finish on a thank of gratitude. Grateful again to CKR for and Kevin Care to make this happen. Grateful to Vijay Kumar and his team to make this run so efficiently. Finally, thankful that I'm living in a time and place where so much innovation and excitement is happening. Thank you all. I'm sure all of you will be as inspired and as thankful at the end of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mali, for those lovely words. Let us have the audiovisual presentation of the jury meet, where today's heroes were selected.
The 12th edition of Kavin Care MMA Chinni Krishnan Innovation Awards 2023. Whatever a rich man enjoys, the common man should be able to afford too. Words of wisdom from our very own visionary innovator, late Sri R. Chinni Krishnan, the inspiration behind this celebration of innovators and their innovations. Our country is a wellspring of innovative ideas. This fact is once again proved by the fact that hundreds of entries poured in from all corners of the country. The entries were put through a thorough examination using tried, tested and transparent procedures by our process advisor Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and Company. The shortlisted nominees were interviewed and their innovation and ideas were video documented. These were presented to our panel of eminent jury that comprised of members from diverse fields such as manufacturing, academics, investment and law.
And there are no losers today. I think seeing the kind of startups that are sort of emerging through the length and the breadth of the country really signals that there is a new India coming forward, full of ideas, confidence, desire to solve, and above all a compassion for their fellow human being. I think makes me very happy.
It was very heartening to note that there are so many young and middle-aged people who are keen to create impact and are extremely innovative in their approach.
What surprised me was the number of entries that came in and the diverse fields that they came in from, and they came in from almost all states in India.
So much innovations around now in India, which really gives a very positive outlook for India. And I think India, with the way we are seeing the innovations coming up in small towns, in small villages, and it's moved away from the big cities to the 2-tier cities or 3-tier cities. It's very heartening, and I see a very bright India in the future.
Phenomenally transparent and rigorous process, to make the job of the jury so much easier because of the rigor that went into the process, but also made the job of the jury that much harder because you really selected such fabulous companies for us to evaluate.
3 exceptional innovators were selected from the shortlisted candidates based on the uniqueness of their innovation, its contribution to society, the scalability of the business model, and sustainability.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we can give a round of applause to all those who have participated, because phenomenal effort has gone in identifying these heroes who are going to receive the awards today. May I have the AV of Ms. Aarthi Lakshmi Narayanan, partner Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas.
Miss Arati Lakshminarayanan is the partner at Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and Company. She specializes in real estate, offering comprehensive advisory services such as title due diligence, risk assessment, transaction structuring, and compliance with real estate laws. With expertise in real estate laws and regulations, she provides invaluable support to investors, developers, landowners, and tenants.
May I now invite Ms. Aarti to brief the audience on the award process.
marriage of impact and the marriage of technology. Making the impact on the market and also using technology is the most important interface that one can look at in broad terms. At Nestle, we use accelerators. We use the interface at our R&D centers, and we have one in India, in Manesar, which is near Gurgaon, that identifies such brilliant ideas, such sparks. Somebody wants to work with seaweed for packaging. Somebody wants to look at a better way of recycling plastic. Somebody is looking at a better protein source and a cheaper protein source for children. These are the kinds of ideas that we incubate in our accelerators, and we ensure that they see the light of day. These are causes much bigger than what the company represents. But yet, it is an important question that needs to be answered. So the marriage between impact and technology can either lead to innovation, which is architectural, which means that you try and do something in order to stay in the market, or you do incremental, which is you make some improvement in the product facilities and capabilities in order to improve your market share. You do something that is radical, which means that there is a huge technological leap, but not necessarily a massive market following that follows. But the most interesting form of innovation in the challenge of innovation is the disruptive. Disruptive is when the impact is huge and the technology is huge. Today, the 3 awardees of the Chinna Krishnan Innovation Awards are disruptive. They are using the power of technology to solve problems that are acute. Imagine if 12 million glaucoma patients were one day to be able to get the benefit of screening. Forget the fact that they have better lives. Imagine the impact on the economic life of this country. If you add 12 million people more into the productive workforce, and they all want to be productive, none of them is wanting to sit at home and weep over their future. If the blind, for example, were to be incorporated into mainstream using the innovation that has been awarded today, it can make a huge difference. Imagine to the environment the massive impact that can be had by recycling batteries and recovering not 1, 2, but 96% of what has gone into it. I think what the youngsters said about making India self-reliant on essential minerals and on essential materials is a very, very noble thought. So these are disruptive innovations that we need to encourage, that the government needs to encourage, that institutions like here, I'm told that this itself is one of the most powerful incubators and idea factories that we have in the country. And this can really spearhead the transformation of this country radically. The second C is what I call the context of innovation, which is who. Consumer insight is as important as the how, which is what you will do with the product. Mr. Chinna Krishnan had a simple consumer insight, saying that if I make something affordable, people are going to be interested in buying it. Henri Nestle had the simple consumer insight that if children in a family survive, the family is happy and there is a greater productivity of the economy. All of this is insight-based. The insight on blindness is a powerful insight. If I am able to get a technology to be able to make reading and listening to audiovisual easier for those who are sight impaired, it can improve their quality of life and hopefully get them to join
the productive workforce. Quite recently, Nestle did an experiment, and I don't look at it as an experiment, I look at it as a duty that corporates need to do. And many of you corporates here might have already done it, so therefore it might be coming as again news to the converted. At our Sanand factory in Gujarat, we have a fairly large factory, and 60% of the workforce are women in that factory. Because one of the things that we wanted to debunk is this utter nonsense that women in manufacturing don't work. That is one of our best factories. And today we've added a second dimension to it. A couple of months back, we have recruited 12 hearing impaired people into the production floor. They will be part of the production floor. And look at the transformative behavior. We all thought that they will be maladjusted and they'll have a problem. The normal workers have started to learn sign language in order to communicate. So who says that you need PhD degrees to be wise and to be compassionate and to be considerate? It can happen, and this can become a start towards a gentler, more respectful culture, which is what we need as human beings and which is what we need as society. So who, the what, and the how. The best example I can think of is Thomas Alva Edison and the discovery of the electric bulb. He not only discovered the electric bulb, he figured out the filament, he figured out the vacuum that surrounds it, and he figured out a cheap way of manufacturing hundreds and thousands of light bulbs. Today we have moved on in terms of innovation. But look at the beauty, the who, the what, and the how was captured so beautifully by Thomas Alva Edison, and therefore Edison is considered one of the greatest innovators of all times. It is this power of putting together not just the insight, but also the product and the delivery system that is extremely important. So what my advice to my young innovators who have won the award today is to focus on the delivery systems. You have the great ideas, you have the great technologies, you have made the bridge extremely well. Now look at impact. You should be able to reach out to hundreds and thousands of people, and I think that makes an impact. And indeed, a reference came to Aravind Eye Hospitals, which is probably one of the proudest institutions that I feel very proud of what it does in this country. Quietly, but firmly, but effectively, in a dedicated manner, to treat people with cataract, millions of people with cataract, in the cheapest manner that is possible. That is innovation in its purest form, and I'm delighted that some of my people are associated with it. The third, cultivating design thinking. And what does this mean? Cultivating design thinking is exactly what Mr. Chinni Krishnan did, consumer first. Sometimes in managing innovation, we think of the entrepreneur first. What is it that I can produce conveniently? What is it that I can market conveniently? What gives me the highest margin? What gives me the highest profit? That is immaterial. What is important to the consumer in terms of three characteristics that design thinking teaches us? Desirability. Does the consumer love it? Feasibility. Can I make it? And third, viability. Can this be sustained over a period of time? Simple concepts, but design thinking today has become an essential element of most corporates. And indeed, many of my young innovator friends use this technology extremely effectively. It's very simple. You know, the beauty of these concepts lies in the simplicity of the core. What we make complex is its interpretation. And therefore we call it by fancy names and people find it inaccessible. So desirability, feasibility, and viability. The fourth C, which I think increasingly corporates and small companies can look at, is co-creating solutions with consumers, customers, and suppliers. No company is God unto itself. No organization is full of all the geniuses that is possible in the planet. Sometimes the most powerful thoughts come from the humblest people. And the best ideas I have seen, and in my own tenure as the managing director of the company, in the last 5-6 years, we have launched more than 100 new products as a company. And some of the ideas have actually come from consumers and customers. They haven't come from within the group that manages the company. And I think that is the power, to be able to go beyond consumers, customers, suppliers, and I dare say, even government institutions can participate in it. Recently, we just launched a product in Delhi as a test market. It is a millet porridge. It's called A+ millets. This is processing bajra, which is one of the more plentiful millets in this country, but also one of the most difficult to process. So we developed a patented technology for it in conjunction with the Indian Institute of Millet Research, which is based in Hyderabad, who are doing fantastic work in the area of millet cultivation, millet processing, and millet formation into products. Now you would think that a company as big as Nestle would have the arrogance to say, who are IIMR to teach me anything? But we have our heads screws on straight and we have our feet on the ground. We said, here are people with decades of experience in millet. Let's partner them. We partnered them, we came with this product, and today we see the applications of this technology in Africa. May not be the same masala millet because they will not like this particular product because of taste and local reasons, but the technologies are going to be applicable as far as Africa is concerned, because that too is a stressed part of the world in terms of nutrition deficiencies. So there is a larger purpose that can be done by co-creating with solutions with consumers, customers and suppliers. And the final C, and probably the most important C, is creating a culture of innovation. We all like innovation. But for example, in the food sector, less than 10% of innovations are even successful, which means that they make commercial results in the first 5 years of existence and in fact even last for 5 years. That's how difficult it is. And yet, as organizations, we have to create the culture of innovation. And the culture of innovation comes with a simple premise that should be read like the scriptures by the leadership of the organization. Failing to succeed will enable succeeding to succeed. We have to live with failures in order to be successful. You don't ride a bicycle the first time you ride it. We all know as children, we fall. We see our children fall. But as Nelson Mandela said, it is not important that we fall. It is important that we dust ourselves and rise again. That is the most important part of being a human. So creating this culture of innovation in terms of people, process and rewards. The kind of platform that the Chinni Krishnan Innovation Awards offers is valuable because it does three things. It recognizes that innovation is at the core of society. Second, it has a democratic, meritocratic and well-established analytical process of identifying who the best of the best are. And number three, it gives the platform for these best of the best to not only get recognized, but I do hope and pray, and my blessings are with all three of them, to get the necessary funding, the necessary financing, and the necessary limelight in order to scale up their ideas. It is the same that is needed in corporates. It is the same that is needed in corporates. And usually, it is the leadership that has to walk the talk. At Nestle, in recent times, we are innovating at a pace more than 3 times what we have done 10 years ago. Nothing has happened to the process. Nothing has happened in terms of the expectations. What has happened is that the ability to fail has increased. Because the leadership, starting from me, says, if something fails, I take the rap on my shoulder. I take the responsibility for it. You go ahead and do what you think is important and relevant to the consumer. So innovation is truly a journey that encompasses a passion and a dream. It encompasses perseverance, and it elevates the spirit of the country, the organization and the community, because it tells us that there is something that is beyond what we all think is obvious, and making the obvious into a reality and making that reality into a dream and continuing this cycle for all times to come is what innovation truly does. So I thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for your very patient hearing. I want to take this opportunity once again of congratulating Kevin Care, MMA, and the Chinni Krishnan Awards for recognizing genuinely important talent and initiatives for this country. If one day these awards recognize not 3, but 30, that will be the day when we can say that innovation is becoming a lifeblood of our country. Thank you all very much for your patient listening, and all the very best wishes to all the innovators, and also a big thanks to the jury for having done what they have done brilliantly and brilliantly well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Very, very inspiring words those, not only for the new innovators here this evening, but I think for hundreds of students who are watching this program online and dozens of them who are assembled here. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request Mr. C. K. Ranganathan and Mr. Mahalingam to step forward along with other dignitaries on the stage to present a memento to the distinguished chief guest of this evening, Mr. Suresh Narayan. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for taking your time off to be here with us this evening and inspiring all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause. He's taken all this time off from his busy schedule to be here with us this evening to encourage all of us to do more. Innovation is a journey that encompasses passion and dream. That's what he said. Thank you so much for your wonderful words, sir. It's time for us to take this opportunity and honor a few others who have made this award process possible this evening. May I request the dignitaries on the stage to also honor a few others. Ms. Aarti Lakshmi Narayan, partner Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, for supporting the award as the process advisor. May I request you to accept a memento from our chief guest this evening. May I also now request the distinguished chairman and members of the panel of jury to do us the honor of accepting a memento in appreciation of your great support which contributed to the success of this award. May I invite Mr. P. Ilango, Managing Director, Hindustan Oil Exploration Private Limited, Mr. Natesh Balakrishna, Managing Director, South Asia, ASAPAC, Dormakaba, India Private Limited, Mr. Lakshmi Narayan and Durai Swami, Managing Director, Sundar Home Finance Private Limited, Ms. Mridula Ramesh, CEO, Sundaram Climate Institute and Executive Director, Sundaram Textiles, and Mr. Parvez Alam to come on to the dais, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Ilango, Managing Director, Hindustan Oil Exploration Private Limited. He was one of the jury members for this award process. We have Mr. Natesh Balakrishna on this stage. Mr. Natesh. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Mridula Ramesh. She has been a great sense of support. She is CEO of Sundaram Climate Institute and Executive Director Sundaram Textiles. Because all these jury members have given them a lot of their time and effort. We deserve a big round of applause. Thank you so much. Mr. Parvez Alam, he is the Chief Executive Officer and Director, Crescent Innovation and Incubation Council. Thank you, Mr. Parvez. And let me also take this opportunity to thank Professor L.S. Ganesh, Vice Chancellor, ICFA, University of Hyderabad, Mr. Raman Ramachandran, Director and Dean, KJ Somaya Institute, and Mr. Gautam Sarvesh, RR Manager Ops and Manager Lies and Keys to Forum Chennai, who have also been on the panel of jury but are unable to join us this evening because of their other commitments. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sekia. Thank you, Mr. Mahalingam. Thanks all the dignitaries for giving us this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now have the AV of Group Captain R. Vijay Kumar, Vishish Seva Medal. He is the Executive Director, MMA.
Group Captain R. Vijay Kumar, retired, BSM, is the Executive Director of the Madras Management Association. He was awarded the Vishish Seva Medal by the President of India for distinguished service of very high order. Under his dynamic leadership, MMA won AIMA's Best Management Association in India award for 14 times in a row, including for the year 2022-23.
I will invite Group Captain Vijay Kumar to deliver the word of thanks.
Okay, wow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let us sleep so you don't forget anybody. It's really a proud moment for me. It's a privilege for me to deliver the formal vote of thanks. This is another momentous occasion for me. We've been associated with this award, at least personally for me, for the last 10 years. When CKR first asked me, GC, that's what he called me, can we do it together? I said, come on, sir, it's a privilege and honor. And when I put up to the committee totally supported us. Since then, looking back, as was briefed earlier, Tamil Nadu to Puducherry to South. Today, we are at nook and corner of the country. The entire nation is covered by this innovation award. Promoting the culture of innovation is paramount for the progress of the nation, which was created by all the speakers before. Award like Cabin Care MMA Innovation Award plays a pivotal role in igniting the creative sparks within the numerous startups. This in turn contributes significantly to the employment generation and broader task of nation building. Now, it's indeed my proud privilege to thank Suresh Narayan. What he said is that I used CKR's name because he said 5 C's. He also liked another C which he missed out, compassion. Another C is CKRC. That's where he came. Thank you, Suresh, and we are knowing for the last 20 years plus, and we had a small association, but he still remembers. That is his compassion, that is the quality of a great leader, that he always remembers the people whom he interacted in spite of the time, in spite of the organization which I was belonging to. Thank you, Suresh, your inspiring address, and I'm quite sure many of the people who have watched this program online, also here, get inspired and into the thought process by the thing. And we always look at Nestle as a great model for everything what they do. And we had the privilege of him and coming and explaining what had happened. And Maggie Noodles, and there was one of the final lecture which he delivered in MMA a couple of years back. It's really a proud moment for us to have you with us, and you added tremendous value to the whole function this evening. Thank you, Suresh. What to say about CKR? CKR is well-wisher of MMA, and he's supporting not only for the Innovation Award. Everything what we do together is what we get the support of CKR. I must proudly mention that I joined MMA when he was the president actually. He's the one who selected me to join MMA, and no looking back, CKR is one person who's always privileged and proud to work with. And MMA is truly an honor to work with you, and thank you, CKR. And President and from Bali, and members of the managing committee. I'm sure whatever accolades we got couldn't been possible without the active support of the President and the entire committee who stood behind us to promote and encourage. Every month we discuss about the Kevin Care Award, what to be done, what's the progress. And thanks to the entire team, President, for your total support. Arti Lakshminarayanan, partner Shardul Amarchand, the moment I requested her because we need a legal thing to see a lot of patents, a lot of things, because when you have a legal people tomorrow, you cannot get into any legal issues why the award is given, what patent. So Shardul took care of everything, so we are very safe in awarding the thing. Thank you, Arti. Your presence made all the difference to us. And the panel of jury, the preliminary as well as the final. And in particular, I want to mention about Mr. L.S. Ganesh, I think. Also mentioned. So Ganesh is very closely connected with the award for the last 6-7 years. This year, unfortunately, he couldn't join us because he was not well. He was admitted in the hospital during the jury meeting. You'll be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, from the hospital bed, he took part in the jury meeting through our Zoom meeting. And we told him, he said, no, I want to join, and the jury are witness to that. He gave us a lot of input from the bed because he's the one who's mentor, advisor for that. And thank you, Mr. Ganesh. We are missing you today in this time. And we have a fantastic team at Kevin Care who support us from everywhere. And in particular, I would like to mention the name of Geeta. I don't know, without Geeta, what will you do without this award? You are one person who has been like a pillar, and also Adithanar and Sandeep for that fantastic support. I don't mention a very, very special word about this gentleman, Mr. Chokalingam, the videographer and RV Productions. All the beautiful videos what you have seen today about all the jury, traveled all over India, picked up the guy, interviewed them with the questions and got into everything and gave us such a fantastic back, which Mridula said that you made our job simple. But who made your job simple is this fantastic videographer who meticulously followed the entire guidelines put up to him. Thank you, Chokalingam. You have been a great support to us. Event management is a beautiful setup what has been created by Showspace, and they always do a fantastic job because at the end of the day, how you present, it makes all the difference. And Showspace make that all possible. And the public relation Brandcom, they were the one who took the entire thing all over the nation so that we get people from all over India to participate. We had a very good process to connect with every single innovation organization in the country so that we could get some phenomenal nominations. Today we're going to have delicious food and dinner by Rajiv Gandhi. I can assure you he's one of the fantastic caterers in Chennai, maybe in South India. And thank you, Rajiv. We are looking forward eagerly. They're telling me to finish it quickly. But you told me that another 5 minutes I'll take so that you will enjoy the food very well. MMA Kevin Care volunteers, quite a number of them who made this event so beautiful, so smooth, and so that everybody really comfortable and enjoy the thing. Members of the media for your presence, thank you so much. And my dear friend, my colleague, veteran MC, Mr. Dr. Venkataraman, for really going through the program meticulously, the time management. Thank you, Venkat, for the phenomenal MC. And also my team MMA, I think all the accolades I get, 14 years, get the award, Best in India, all that. But I don't think nothing could have been achieved without my team behind, which is like a rock behind me. And they work. I can tell you when I'm talking to you today, my team at MMA, there is even parallelly going on MMA actually. So they are doing it because they said no problem, so carry on, we'll continue this commitment what we have taken. So we have a very solid team. We have Venkat and MC, Satish, Sundar, Waki, Revati, Rajaram, Nasiman. Also we have with us Tayu, who's put together all the designing, who designed our Kevin Care, the entire website, through which we reach out, look and corner, we get all the feedbacks. And thank you, Tayu. You have been a fantastic support to MMA. Really appreciate that. And thanks to each one of you, audience, in spite of lovely weather. And many of us, I got a lot of SMSs, very cloudy. Vijay Kumar, sorry, we regret, we'll watch it online. That's the time I realized, why should I take this online? Next time we should never take this online. It will be a deferred till Katol. Simple answer, they all say we'll watch it online. But thank you, all those who are watching. But we are missing you as much as you are missing us. But I can assure you are missing a lovely dinner post. And the speech you would have already listened to you. Thank you. We are missing you. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much to each one of you. And may I request you all kindly raise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
So, ladies and gentlemen, the award function this evening. Thank you all for your participation. Kindly join us for the dinner hosted by Mr. C. K. Ranganathan, Chairman and Managing Director, Kevin Care, on this occasion at the 6th floor of the same building.
கட் பண்ண சொன்னா கட் பண்ண போறாங்க.
கட் பண்ண சொல்லி யார்கிட்டயாச்சு
அவங்க கிட்டே சொல்லு.
சார் உள்ள
தமிழ் தானா?
தமிழ்